We've reached a defining point in the season. Week 8 in a huge game here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Indiana Hoosiers and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Checking in before the game with the Hoosiers head coach, bringing his team in on the road against a very good team, ranked in the top 25. They have everything it takes to compete. This is a big matchup that fans are excited to see, but he said we have to execute early and eliminate mistakes at the line of scrimmage. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Hoosiers ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Back open in the middle. I like this, taking the safe play, getting the positive gain, and seeing if you can build some momentum.
Well, and I think it's making the right play, Reese. That's where quarterbacks get in trouble sometimes, when they get too aggressive and then they get behind the sticks a little bit. I see a lot of space, take advantage of it, get it to my running back, let him chew that up, and now it's easier on the next down.
Looking for space. It's Marshall. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Motion from the wide receiver. Throwing, Underwood. A little screen to the running back. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The Wolverines send out the punt unit. They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Got room to work. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And here's what you know about Indiana football. They're going to be physical. They're going to be so well coached and disciplined, and they're going to run the football. It was the key ingredient to helping Fernando Mendoza win a Heisman, like the ability to RPO off of it. So, Palmer, I don't know who the names are going to be throughout the season, but I know they're going to run downhill, no nonsense, and they'll have a guy that they'll hitch their wagon to.
Yeah, everybody talking about losing Mendoza, but Black and Hemby were a big part of that thing, too. I think the offensive line, though, was key to it all. Anytime you have two 1,000-yard rushers, it's because the guys up front are pushing people around, and that was the secret sauce to Indiana's Cinderella run a year ago. So up front, these guys have to continue to dominate. They'll reload the backfield through the portal, through recruiting, but it all starts and stops with the big fellas pushing people around. That's going to be the key for them on offense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Going with the counter play here. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. The Hoosiers take their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Wilson to pass. Looking left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26.
Well, they were probably thinking 4-down territory with the 3rd and short, so the quarterback is licking his chops thinking there's no way the defense is going to be thinking I'm taking a deep shot down the field right now. I've got a home run ball, but give the defender so much credit. He was ready for it, and he snags that out of the air.
Great discipline by this defense. Understanding it's 3rd and short, you might get a short concept. No. Playing the deep ball with great discipline. I like the way he breaks on the football, gathers the interception, and gets the big 3rd down stop.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Here comes the option. The pitch. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Direct snap. It's Marshall. Might have a chance. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
And that is such great execution by this offense. 3rd down and 2. They know you're running the football, but they were physical. Great job creating a little bit of space. Not only do you get the 1st down, you chew up a bunch more yards too. Nice execution by this offense.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. Right on the money. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but the defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in the step. Nice throw there, getting the 1st down. This offense all of a sudden looks a whole lot different than what they did the last time out.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. Might be changing the route. Underwood fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Underwood in the gun on 3rd down. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines. Miller on the end zone. He's got it.
That's a nice job by the offense there on their 2nd drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll. It comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wilson will throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Marsh. Powers through. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Indiana! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch me in these zones. I got to run with you in man. It's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you could tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on same page, gets the big touchdown.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Oh, he's got some space. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. You put on that winged helmet, and the one thing you want to do is establish the running game.
Yeah, no matter who the coach is, no matter who the players are, it's a tradition. It's physicality. That's how they built this brand at Michigan. And I think no matter who's there, it's going to be how they continue to build on that tradition.
Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28. It's been punch, counter punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's Underwood to throw. Got his man. Still running at the 40. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Looking to throw, it's Underwood. They go to the wide receiver screen. And the Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
Here we go. Ready.
Gives it to the back on the draw. There's some room. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down.
Ready.
They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverine. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And the option play, the quarterback basically blocks the edge defender. So you watch the edge defender comes to him, and he commits to him, and then he pitches the ball to the running back, and the running back can do his thing, running the football all the way to the house. It's basically a block on the quarterback on the defensive play.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Takes a handoff. It's Martin. Got enough for the 1st. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The handoff as they run the counter play here.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver going in motion. The run inside. It's Richard. He's going to lose a yard on that one. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge 3rd down here in the big house. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their 2nd. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wilson to pass. Rushes on him. Can't make the grab on third down, and that is a rare drop for this guy.
And the defense is kind of smiling about that one, right? The receiver got a chance, got open, had a chance to make a play, but, man, you don't see it very often, but just lose concentration, and that is a big third down stop for this defense on that drop pass.
He'll feel the button, try to get some yardage. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Makes it past the marker. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
Offensive coordinators just spend all offseason in a lab, and they just draw up stuff over and over again. How many times can I use misdirection? How many times can I use speed against the linebackers who flow so fast to the football? Really nice play design, a little misdirection. The defense didn't know what hit them. Big gain for the offense.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Got a man. It's Marshall.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4.
Now, ready, blue, kill, kill. 390, twilight. 390, twilight.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Motion from the wideout. Lined up in the gun on third down, Underwood. Finds a man on the right. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Going to the running game. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Now timeout taken by Indiana. That's their second. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Ready, black 18, black 18.
They go play action. Bryce Underwood. On the move, he fires. Makes the grab. It's Marsh. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Michigan. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. yards from their own 25-yard line. Wilson will throw. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Trying to move them on the counter. Maybe a crease. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
I'll tell you, this defense and their front seven, they're going to have to play with...
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 20.
Yeah, and this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number one, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
And the Hoosiers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Looking to the big tight end. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion. So third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Throwing, Underwood. Got a man, it's Marsh. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
And what a great job by the QB, man. Seeing the blitz, understanding I got to get the football out of my hands as soon as I possibly can, and he puts it on the numbers to his receiver where he can get those yards after the catch. Great timing, but more importantly, great job seeing what that defense was.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. Got room on the return.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Oh, he wants it all. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. We begin with Iowa taking on the number 16 team, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. And it's the Hawkeyes able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. And that makes it 2 victories on the season. They're nowhere near their preseason goal, of course. So how they handle things from here will define this program. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
There he goes. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. Man, oh man, contact was optional. It was like the back was engaging in a lot of social distancing or something.
That was way too easy. Defenses is about funneling the ball to the unblocked defender. You could tell they didn't have a clue what was going on. They got to get the ball turned. You can't let him run north-south and try to get him downhill like that, especially with that kind of speed.
Back to pass, it's Hoover. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down. Now a timeout is called so they can talk over what to do on 4th and 2. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Tries to get it on the ground. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Hoosiers come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or 2.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their 1st. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. They got nothing and liked it, or probably didn't like it on the last play. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll run it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. To the air, it's Hoover. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Fitted in the window for the score.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. Bring in the heat. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple.
And these running backs are used to being split out in high school as a wide receiver, playing 7-on-7 as middle school and high school. They're just, you could tell how comfortable he was being a wide receiver near the sidelines. Didn't get nervous at all.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Finding some room. The 50, the 40, past the 30, past the 10. All the way. Touchdown, Michigan.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
And he made the extra point without problem. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. That's caught. It's Preston. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. And the Hoosiers want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Well, after they struggled running the ball in the first half, you just wonder if this coaching staff made some adjustments at halftime and just said, look, we've got to get more physical and we've got to own the line of scrimmage. After that successful run, they got to keep doing this here in the second half.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game.
And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Indiana!
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Power football with the run. Got enough for the first. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day showing.
Maybe some room here. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. He's already busted 150 yards on the ground. Couple of big runs, and he might take aim at the Michigan record set by Ron Johnson of a cool 347 on the ground.
Wow, well, that's aggressive, Reese. That's a little ways down the road probably, but that just shows you how well they commit to the run game. Year after year, if you're a Michigan Wolverine, you're going to run the football. So, heck, it's no different when you got this guy in the backfield. I'm going to keep feeding it.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4.
Ready.
Back to the ground with the running back. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So we open the final period with a third down play. Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. Fires to the big fella. He's loose. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play. Just a couple of yards short of the goal line.
Man, this could happen on those third and shorts, man. A lot of times, everybody expecting run, ball out, receiver making the play. That's all you got to do, man. Break a few tackles. All of a sudden, you turn a quick throw into a big gain, and that's a big third down conversion. And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll move the tight end. Underwood. Get it out on the screen. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
I like the aggressive aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There were a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, we've got a 2-possession lead.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. To throw, it's Hoover. Finds his man. It's Martin. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. The Hoosiers will hustle to the line.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him. And he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. He tries to take the top off. Picked off, that's number 15 on the year. Going the other way, and he's got room. Stopped just across midfield at the 49, but not before he forces the turnover and sets up this offense.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
Here's Underwood to throw. Fires to the wideout. The sure hands, it's Stewart. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Wolverines. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And he's going to bring this one out. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Send the tight end in motion. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab, it's Marsh. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Wants to go right back downfield. Unloads it downfield. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Gets it out quickly. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Turning it on. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. And the Hoosiers are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's shot. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Hoosiers want to crank the tempo.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to plow their way back in this one.
This is my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big late in the game. You know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
On the run, it's Speedy. Dragged down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be fourth down. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires on the move. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and, of course, the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He'll take it himself. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop.
Ready. Red 18. Red 18.
Fires to the tight end. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
The Wolverines will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the grab at the 10. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Back to throw, it's Cherry. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Moving out to the right. Pulls it in. It's shot. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And the Hoosiers want to move quickly.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Throws to the tight end. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. He goes down after the short return. They'll run a play to get the football back.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season